Double cup, big computer, holy nuts. I don't want friends, I want Audis. Smoking on booth and
Namaste and welcome. I'm Jess. I've partnered up with Yugaloo Mats to bring you this energizing practice to help you stay motivated during this quarantine period. In today's practice, I'll be guiding you through the sun salutations, breaking it down to help you build your practice from the ground up. So we'll get started on the top of our mats. When you arrive here, you can take the feet hips distance apart or the feet together. Soften your gaze or close the eyes and just allow your knees to bend slightly, maintaining a softness in your knees. Let's inhale, rolling the shoulders back as you exhale and opening the palms towards the front edge of the mat. So start to observe where your balance is today. Maybe you would like to shift your weight forwards and backwards. We'll start the practice by setting an intention. So it could be something simple, perhaps moving with your breath or tapping into your breath. Or it could be to take this time for yourself. And just acknowledge that you've showed up to your mat today. The hardest part is over. Taking a nice long inhale, feeling the belly rise. And as you exhale, allowing a slight contraction in the stomach. Try to draw the tailbone down towards the ground, whilst at the same time engaging through the pelvic floor. And just observe how that feels in your body. Just allowing your breath to get a little bit deeper now. And as you're ready, slowly open the eyes, noticing the space around you. On your next inhale, reaching the fingertips all the way up towards the sky. So create some space in your shoulders by imagining that you're holding a big beach ball up overhead. If you're feeling brave, maybe taking the gaze up with you, maybe taking it into a slight back bend. And as you exhale, take up some space as you dive forward into your forward fold Uttanasana. So generous bend in the knees here, releasing through the lower back, stretching through the hamstrings. It may feel nice to gently rock the head from side to side. And just nodding yes. On your next inhale, let's slide the hands on top of the shins or the thigh. Taking the gaze straight down, maintain this length in the back of your neck. Really tucking the elbows in towards the body wherever you are. And as you exhale, this time we will plant the palms, step the right toes back and the left. So you may choose to stay in this plank position or perhaps lowering onto the knees for a half plank. Wherever you are, we'll tuck the elbows in towards the body. As you exhale, lowering all the way down onto the belly. Release the feet as we arrive here. Sliding the hands next to the ribs. Inhale, finding your version of cobra. And exhale to release the forehead back down onto the mat. Let's curl the toes under. Lifting up, engaging through the core as you make your way into a tabletop position. And then we'll continue this journey as we find our Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And when you arrive here, pedaling through the feet, Again, just shaking the head, yes and no. Really pressing into the hands here, spreading the fingertips out wide. Turn the upper arm bones out. So pretend like you're trying to bring your armpits to face each other. Hugging the belly in towards the spine. Your sit bones towards your hamstrings. Feeling the stretch in the back body, in the hamstrings. Take a nice long inhale and exhale to land in your down dog. On your next inhale, we'll come up onto the tiptoes, bending the knees, belly towards the top of the thighs, taking the gaze towards the top of the mat. And we'll step the right foot in front of the left and just crisscrossing our way all the way to the top of the mat. As you inhale, finding your flat back at the top of the mat. And exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the fingertips all the way back up, palms together. And exhale, hands in towards the heart space. Pause here and notice how that feels in your body. Remembering to maintain a soft bend in the knees. Notice any changes in your balance. Let's take another deep inhale and exhale here. On your next inhale, we'll sweep the fingertips all the way up towards the sky once more. Exhale, this time palms come together as you take it through the midline, finding your Uttanasana. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale, we'll plant the palms. This time stepping the right toes back, lower that back knee. As you inhale, sweep the fingertips up towards the sky. Low lunge. So make sure that the front knee is stacked on top of the ankle here to protect your knee. Keep that imagination of that beach ball between the hands. Exhale, floating the fingertips down. We'll lift the back knee, step the left toes back, finding your plank or half plank. Let's take a nice long inhale to shift onto the toes if you're in the full plank. And exhale to tuck the elbows in, lower all the way down onto the belly. Inhale, cobra. And exhale to fold. Curl the toes under. Inhale, making your way into your tabletop position and continuing the journey on the exhale into Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Deep inhales and exhales here. Finding some micro movements that feel good for you. Let's take 2 more inhalations and exhalations here. On your next inhale, bending through the knees, belly towards the thighs. Maybe stepping the right toes in between the hands, followed by the left. Inhale your version, flat back. And exhale to fold. Inhale, sweeping the fingertips all the way up. And exhale, hands in towards the heart space. Pause here and observe. On your next inhale, sweeping the fingertips all the way up once again. Exhale, your choice, diving forward or through the midline into your Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms. Stepping the left toes back this time. Lower the left knee down. As you inhale, sweeping the fingertips up, low lunge. Remember your alignment with the knee and the ankle. And the big beach ball up overhead. Exhale, floating the fingertips down. Lift the back knee, step the right toes back, your choice, full plank or half plank. As you exhale, lowering all the way down onto the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, your tabletop position. And exhale to continue the journey, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet, shake the head yes and no. On your next inhale, bend in the knees, gaze towards the top of the mat. Stepping the left toes in between the hands, followed by the right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, take up some space as you reach all the way up. And exhale, hands at the heart center. Tap into your breath here. Take this moment and allow yourself to be still. Feeling this grounding in your feet. And find places where you can soften. So from here, see if you can, without looking down, trust in yourself, trust this practice. As you step the right foot out, turning towards the center of the mat. So move without looking down. See if you can feel into the movement. So we'll meet in the center of the mat. If you look down, don't worry, it takes practice to be able to trust. And we'll release the hands, stepping the feet out just about hips distance apart now. As you inhale, squeezing the shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale, sliding the shoulder blades down the back body. Couple more times. Inhale and exhale, releasing some tension in the shoulders. Once more, inhale, exhale to release. So allow the shoulders and the arms to get nice and loose, maybe just shaking them out a little bit. Allow a softness in the knees. And we'll just start to swing from side to side, ending this practice with knocking on heaven's door today. So try to sync up with your breath, maybe closing the eyes if that feels good for you. And you're welcome to move as fast or as slowly as you like. Ensure that you keep this rooting in the feet. So take the hands to the lower back to gently massage through the internal organs. And as you're ready, we'll just allow yourself to come back to center. So we're not just halting to a stop here. Mindfully, at your own pace, come back to center, finding some stillness. We'll soften the gaze or close the eyes. Another opportunity for you to lean in and trust. We'll step the feet together. Let's take the hands in towards the heart space once again. And we'll seal this practice by taking a big inhale. And exhale to sigh and release. Thank you so much for joining me on this practice, sharing your time, your energy and your practice with me today. I hope you enjoy your mat and I hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.
sorry, bitch, I don't say sorry. Look at my cup, it got dope. I been a rover like slow.